What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to take a look at the Spider-Man 4 unreleased game. This was a game that was ultimately canceled or just not, having seen the light of day. And this actually came out early in the morning, or actually maybe slightly before the PlayStation Showcase. The same day, maybe the night before, but it's just kind of funny that, it almost lines up with Marvel Spider-Man 2, obviously from Insomniac, a game that is real and does look amazing and is coming. But this is very interesting. Now, what's interesting even more about it is, I went kind of looking for this, and I found, there was actually something that was shown about a year or so ago, about the same thing, a Spider-Man 4 game that never saw the light of day, and it was a Wii game, You can see in the beginning of the video, and, and you guys can check it out, on your own, but you could see in the beginning, it gave, the warnings for, the controllers, the actual Wii controllers. This is not the same one. From what the description of this says, this comes from Obscure Gamers, and it says, unlike the Wii version that leaked before, and again, that was talking about the year or so ago, this is from actually the Xbox 360. This is based on a different engine, most assets and menus being recycled from the 2009 prototype game. So this was actually a game given to Radical Entertainment, and I know there's people on my channel because they ask me, and I greatly appreciate it, about Prototype. There's people that really like Prototype. I've talked about Prototype quite often on the channel. It's a very interesting game, and it's a game that holds a ton of memories to me, but I've covered it a lot, and it's just pretty funny to me that a game like this, and this is what kind of people are saying online as well, it's very funny, a game like Spider-Man 4, a movie tie-in, again, this would be a game that would have released alongside the movie, that it would be given to these guys, Radical Entertainment, who made Prototype 1 and 2. Now, they're gone. They've been shut down. They've been gone I believe, for the last 8 or so years. They've been completely, shut down. So that's very interesting. And when you watch it, obviously you guys are seeing it as I'm talking. I guess, two things, should be said. Number one, it does look cool. There's no doubt about it. It's hard to envision how it would end up being, because this is still a very early kind of in fact, if you go watch the Wii version of the stuff a year before that, it's not even close. There's not even buildings. It very much looks still level designs, and they're just enemies. This is a lot more put together than that one was, but even this one, it's definitely very rough around the edges. You can tell it's not even remotely close to being done. You know what, I really, and I'll say it here, I love Prototype, the first game. I did not like 2, but that was because of the swap of making Alex Mercer the villain and more of a story and story beat kind of reasons why I don't like it. But I really like the first one. I know it's not actually a perfect game, and you could even argue it's not even a good game. There are many people that have called out many problems with Prototype, and I'm not here to disagree with any of them. So again, I'm not saying this game would have came out and just been the greatest game of all time, because chances are it wouldn't. And what's funny is when you're watching, when they say it's stole, I guess they didn't say that, or they said recycled, the assets and menus being recycled from 2009's Prototype. When you're watching this, he literally moves it is Alex Mercer with a Spider-Man skin. The helicopter and what he's doing to the helicopter is exactly what you do in Prototype, just without huge explosions and without his kind of blade arms and just all the different abilities he can do. In fact, when I was listening to it, and I'm not going to play the audio, but when you listen to it, if you do it on your own, the helicopter pilots that are talking, I'm pretty sure they are the exact same. They literally stole it from Prototype, and it's they're talking in that game. They're very scared for their lives, they're going down, stuff like that, which is fun. It's funny because, Spider-Man is not going to slice them in half. He's not going to, suck their body and, take their form like Alex Mercer would have done, right? So it's just pretty funny to see. So, it's, again, it is an example of a game that could have been, what could have been this game. I think it still probably would have been, it wouldn't have been well, I don't know. Ultimately, that's the best answer. We don't know. I guess from what I'm looking at, what I would say, my hypothesis or my prediction, if we were to have gotten it, I don't think this would be the worst movie tie-in game of all time. I think we've gone backwards with Fast and Furious. There was that Jumanji game a couple years ago that, we are getting, for whatever reason, we stopped for a long time, just god-awful movie tie-in games and I don't understand why it's happened again over the last 3 or 4 years. I actually don't think this would have been nearly as bad as those, because it really would have been Prototype mixed up a little bit and then with Spider-Man. But I also don't think we're looking at like Insomniac Spider-Man level. You know what I mean? I think they just do it so well, we wouldn't have been looking at something like that. But again, Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire back then, now maybe we get in the future, but back then, obviously that's a tale of what could have been, what they would have done, could they have kind of made up for their mistakes in 3, stuff like that. That's, what could have been. Obviously, I would assume that's why the game never came out, is because the movie never came out, So it's the same thing. It's a what could have been, a Spider-Man game that would have probably borrowed a lot, like 75, 80% from Prototype. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to support me on any of my other social media, I have a second channel. I have a Twitter. We also have Patreon and YouTube memberships. If you guys want to, sign up or follow me on any of those places, links for all of them are in the description below. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.